ever met a sister with her shit together. Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. Hey girl, how was your day?
Lovebird. It was fabulous. I can't complain. Long.
Wonderful.
When I tell you, my screen is so tiny.
I can see you
That-
fine.
No, not the picture side. The side where we have comments. It's like magnified small. I'm almost afraid to touch it because I know if I mess with it, it's gonna do something. So I'm like, hey everybody, happy Monday. Look, I'm gonna mess with some stuff. Vonda, you take over and talk because I'm about to mess with the screen.
Okay, so a few people. I'm gonna give people a few more minutes to get on.
I know I ain't savvy with this craziness. I don't know why
I
it
hope
shrunk
everyone
so
had
much.
a wonderful day. My day has been very, very hectic. Hey, Chris.
Better. Okay, I can halfway see people now. Hey. Happy
All right,
Monday.
you got an echo. Let me see. Hold on.
You got your phone on?
No, it's all kinds of stuff going on right here. Hold on. Let me see. Let me turn this one off.
Y'all, one of these days we gonna come on here and we gonna have it all together. Y'all gonna just fall out because it just be so much going on this screen.
I forgot the password.
To
This phone right here.
oh well, I can't help you on that. Look,
Sorry. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, today's topic is. Let me refresh my memory. I know what it is. I was just sitting here looking at it. Y'all had a long day. What makes a person that you've dealt with in the past think they could come and run in and out of your life whenever they feel like doing it? So like a person that you haven't talked to or y'all lost contact or you might have seen the person and then y'all didn't see each other for a long time. And then when they pop up, they think you're supposed to drop everything and be like this happy and that they called or something and drop everything you're doing just to get back to them. It don't work like that. Sorry, not sorry. Like, what makes you think you're that important to a person for them to just for you to let them interrupt everything that you got going on just because they want to spend time with you after it could be a month, 2 months, 6 months, 3 years, whatever the case may be. But they do it and they come out of the woodworks now, especially when you got somebody. Now, when you single, you don't hardly hear from nobody, but as soon as you start seeing somebody or you meet somebody, here they come with the floodgates open. That happened to you, I'm sure it does.
And it's the floodgates, all right. They just pop up and they think you just where they was when you left them. Like when they left you or you left them, that you just stuck right there in that position that you was in a decade ago. It really blows my mind, actually, because I just be wondering, what the flicka do you be thinking?
And then I be thinking like, hey, baby, like that baby boy or something like Snoop Dogg. Hey, baby, I'm home. You don't get your ass away from here with all that. No, it don't work like that.
Meet me at the QT gas station on Panola Road.
not
the gas station on Panola Road back in the day.
You know, QT was like a nightclub back then.
I know, honey. All the biker boys of Atlanta be at QT on Panola, honey. Come in the summertime if it was no COVID. That's the touchdown place. You could pick up any dude you need from here.
Well, you ain't have to go to the club.
Honey, you got Biker Village, QT gas station parking lot. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know they're gonna be out there balling up.
Hi,
So
Abba.
yes. Hey, Abba, don't start tonight, okay? We want you to come on here and behave. No big old fancy words, no big old fancy stuff. Stick
I
to
can
the
say the
topic.
word now.
But yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that if somebody feels like you're somewhat on the market, halfway about to be on the market, they just
Mhm.
like start coming in, and they really do. They come in like, oh hey, can I come at you? Can I holler? And then I be thinking in my mind, why? Why?
And not only that, they don't even ask you if you got a man or if you got this, that. They don't care. They just think like, well, I'm back, so whatever she or he doing, they just gonna have to put them to the side to because I want to see them right now. Hey, Bobby.
Right.
Bobby
Hey
said,
Bobby.
Bobby said I had a girl in Shelby, North Carolina, like that. Every time I came down there, she was my girlfriend. Maybe she ain't had nobody, Bobby, and wanted you to feel special.
Wanted you to feel like you was on top of the world,
If
sugar.
you was the man, well, I ain't doing it because I feel like my time is just as important as anybody else's. And if you want to see me that bad, you need to like stay in touch with me. Don't be gone for 10 years and then pop
And
back
then
up.
pop up.
Hey, baby. No.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What Abba say? No word.
Modernity. I know it now, Abba. Modernity. I practice that word.
There you go with yourself again, Abba. Oh Lord, my partner done fell off the screen. One of us had to drop at some point tonight. I think she hit a button. Oh, she did. She took herself off the screen. So yeah, so people do. They come back in your life and they feel like they're supposed to just be there.
Sorry, I hit
That's
a
not how it
button.
works. Yeah, I kind of saw you on the bottom. That's not how it works though. But what makes you even stupid, and I'm gonna use the word stupid because you really would be, is when they fall back in your life and you allow them to really come in there and screw you. Like when I say screw, I mean literally. Like I ain't talking about like screw you, like screw about like actually have sex with you. And you just be waiting and you look so retarded when you do that. So y'all need to be mindful of what y'all do and make sense when you're doing it. You need to think
But
about why they're here.
what if it was just so? Why is this echo? And it's not me.
Well, honey, it ain't me because I ain't touching
I got
nothing.
all the phones away from me. But anywho, so what if you want when they come and and say you've been having some whack sex, and whenever y'all get together, that sex is just the bomb, and you don't care how long it is when you come back, but you just do it.
Well, that's still though. I mean, then it depends on you. Think about how long it is, and then you got to think about their reason. You got to think like, okay, what is the reason why they're here now? Like, what is it that they want now? Some more coochie?
That's
I mean,
one of the
sometimes.
main reasons. Yeah.
I mean, some of the times it really is good, and it really is hard to be like, no, no, no. But then in the same breath, you be like, no, no, we can't be going backwards and forward and sideways and all these kind of ways, honey. I
But
can't
we
do it.
all got that one though. When they call, you just be like,
That's your twin flame, honey. When you call, you be like, yes, yes,
and be
just
like,
come and get it.
look, you got the angel and the devil on your side. The angel said, "Nah, leave him alone." That devil said, "You know what it is? You better come get it."
I know which one do you follow? The one that's
Right.
bad or the one that's good?
But
I don't know.
everybody has that one that it don't matter when they call, you gonna still. You might not want to. You gonna be like, I ain't fooling with him, or I ain't fooling with her. And as soon as they call, you like, I ain't doing nothing. We can go get a drink, or we can go grab something to eat, and then you know what that leads to.
And the
That's
drink
what it
slides you
is.
right into the bed. You'd be like, touchdown.
Hi, up, kiddo.
Hey, kiddo, with this twin flame. Here he go. He
He
finna
said,
start.
he said, you my twin lame. What you do to
Oh my
kid? I
God.
used to love that kid. And who was you in love with earlier on the I saw your little post.
Oh, I was loving somebody.
You
My
said I'm
secret.
in love with you. Is what
I love
you
you. And I'll tell you one day, not now.
said.
I'm pleading the fifth
They
on
are.
that one.
Hi,
They know
Orlando.
who they are.
Orlando said, I know I used to get tired of exes using me like that. I have a mind too.
I know, like a piece of rug, but it is harder though. It is harder when it's some good sex involved. Like
It
they
is.
brought the noise, and you be like, yes, he's back, like
Not
he's
only
back.
that, and then it may be that person that they know your body. They just know everything about you. And then you've been missing that. And you be like, I know I
I know,
shouldn't
right?
be
You be like,
doing
yes, take me, honey, take me.
so you be like, I know I'm supposed to be doing this, and I know what it's gonna be like, and da 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 da. You telling yourself, you psyching yourself up what you're not gonna do, but as soon as you see that person or a memory pop in your head or something, the strong survive. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know, right? Sometimes you just got to be like, no.
Right, for real. Especially if you know how especially if this person comes in and out of your life running like that, and then you know that as soon as y'all hook up, one of y'all gonna attach some feelings to it, and then that makes it harder
Right.
every time for one of y'all to stay away from each other, or when the distance is there, then your feelings hurt all over again, or whatever the case may be, but you set yourself up for that. You know what I'm saying? If you keep
Right.
accepting it
Right.
and allowing it. I would say many times the emotions connected to an ex are sufficient to induce a relapse of negative relations. Yeah, basically what I just said. You're right, Ab, I agree. Yeah. So,
Agree.
what about you and your blast from the past? No,
Did you just put me on full Front Street
no,
on this line?
I'm just
Well,
saying.
you
No,
know,
not now. I'm just saying, like in general, from before.
honey, but see, that's why. But I'm telling you, I've noticed that now. It's like people just be coming out of no freaking where, and I'm like, why? What is it that you need from me again? Like, what are we talking about here? And then it just
Right.
be like, it just be like, I'm back. Like, it almost be like a magic show. I'm back, and I'm like, okay, and no. See, I think what it is maybe because how I ran back in the day, and then there's been all this time in between that people probably
Mhm.
still feel like, like I'm still running, like I'm still moving the way I used to move, like like with people. But then, like, you get to a point where you grow up and you just be like, I don't want to be bothered. But once upon a time, sex was everything to me, and now it just be like, I'm good. I just like I'm good. As long as I get it touched up every now and then, I'm good.
It's like you said, people expect you to be exactly like you were. And, we've been through some life experiences. We've done some things that, you'd be like, that make you say, I know better than to do that again. But, people change and evolve. And if you still at a standstill where you were, then, man, don't have anything to communicate about unless it's just sex and you want to hook up for that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you're still where we were 20, 25, 30 years ago. And I've elevated and moved on to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? And people,
Right.
that's right, Philip. If you allow it, they will do it. That's what I said earlier. Kiddo said, how Shelly got that groove back? Keep on it. Kiddo's crazy.
Kiddo, to hell with you. You gonna leave me alone on this live tonight, kiddo.
Oh gosh. But yeah, it's just, and like he said, it is what you allow people to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what anything, if you're in a relationship with a person, that's the same thing. If you allow a person to talk to you crazy or whatever, and you don't nip that stuff in the bud right when it happens, then that's what you're going to continue to get. So when that person keeps
Yeah.
coming back, you got to turn them around, be like, no. And then the ones that be like, they can just pull up, don't know what you got going on. What's your address? I'm about to pull up. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Don't know if you got a whole husband, a whole boyfriend, or whatever you got,
No.
boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be. No, you're not. No, we don't do that. No.
And I think because, back at one point, it was okay for you to be like, I'm going to pull up on you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to roll
Yeah.
through and you'd be like, all right, good, bet, come through. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, when you get older and things start mattering and things make a difference in your life, it's like, no, baby, you can't just be running up in here, running up out of here like you ain't got no damn sense. No, 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 no. That's not how it works now. Then
No.
it may have been a good thing. But, I did think about that when we posted this topic. I was thinking about, like, who would I actually want to pop up and be like, let me fall through? That's where my mind went. I was like,
Look, I can't think of it.
like someone that I would really be like, yeah, they can fall up in the count. You know what I mean? But then, like, I thought about it long and hard, and I had to really, really think, and I came up with nobody. I came up with nobody that I would think that I would really want to rekindle
Listen,
a thing with.
they're an ex for a reason.
And some of them ain't even excited. They just be people that we would just like kick it, buddies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let's go out, hang out, cut up, and do whatever we do. But I don't think anybody from my past that I would just be like, oh yeah, let's do
Now,
that.
now I have some male friends from the past that we just cool, and it don't matter when we talk to each other. We might go grab something to eat, just hang out, kick it, go to some bars or whatever. And that's just it. It's nothing else involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you might have been intimate with that person before or not, you just cool like that. That's just the type of relationship you have. But that's
like we're friends now. Like we're actually friends now. Yeah, I get
that's different than a person that you dealt with. Y'all were never like, in a relationship, but y'all did what y'all did, and they think they can come back. Like they just got it like that. They can just pop in and out of your life whenever they want to. Or when something ain't going right in their relationship, they think they can fall back on you. You know what I'm saying? Like you the rebound person.
Like the rebound person. It's like, no, honey, I'm not 18 anymore. I'm like 40. So you're like, no.
Hey, Tammy said, according on how you left on good or bad terms, hell no, you bring me something back. I say, how you doing? Call me. Be praying for bro. Yeah, that's Tammy.
Yeah.
Orlando says, what if they came back into your life and now they have evolved into a person that is good for you? Well, if you single still, y'all might can work it out. You never say never. I always say that. Hey, Mateus, I mean, never say never because you don't know what God has in store for you. And maybe that time apart was for y'all to get yourselves together individually, then come back together at a later time. You know what I'm saying? And that's happened to a lot of people now.
Fate turns it back around. Like I always say, what's for you will land with you. If it's not for you, it just will never land in the same circle.
I'm a firm believer of what's meant to be will be. If it ain't, it ain't gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that.
And everything happens for a reason. I believe that too, y'all. But that's me.
Because sometimes timing is off. Like it can be timing with people. Like you may be on one page, they may be on another, and y'all running in the same circle, but the timing at that time is like chaotic. You know what I mean? And they might have to see some things, and you might have to see some things and go through some things. So when y'all get together, that bond or that power you have may be more powerful.
It starts.
That's what I think. The sparks fly.
Say like, this is not like a person from your past, but if you meet somebody and you just click, and then it's like you've been knowing each other forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you do stuff, it's almost like you've done it before, but you can't explain it. You know what I mean? You be like, dang, like
I felt like I did this before.
Yeah, like it's almost like you really know this person, but you just meeting this person like now. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. And then they come like at a time too when you got a whole lot of stuff going on. And then you get confused because you're like, dang, I'm right here, but this is where I probably should be. But then you don't know if that's what you need or not at that point because you don't know the person well enough, even though you feel like you've known them forever. You know what I mean?
For a long time. I think that's what Kiddo means when he says like your twin flame. Like he was saying, like no matter who you're with, if that one person who's in your soul already comes through, no matter what you doing, you just gonna stop because that person got like a power over you that you can't even understand and you can't even comprehend. You just know that every time they fall up, it's like damn, here I go again. Here I go again with this foolishness.
It's
I
like
believe it.
almost like one of those magnetic connections. You know what I mean? Like, dang, what is
Right.
wrong with this person? Like, yeah. Tammy agrees. Orlando said, off topic. I saw a person post once. If a guy asks the female to marry them and she says no, is the relationship over? No. I would
Mm-hmm.
rather, if I was the man and, if we've been in a relationship and maybe she said no because they hadn't discussed it and he just popped a question on her, or if she says no, he should take that at face value because she may not be ready at that moment. You know what I mean? She might want to marry this person, but maybe mentally and emotionally she's not there where he is yet. And even that goes both ways. When women try to force men into marriage, like we've been together X amount of time, and my family looking at like, I'm doing all this, playing the wife. Don't marry anybody unless you're ready and both of you
To be
are ready.
married to them.
Because why would you marry somebody that's not ready? And that leaves they're gonna be probably miserable. They're gonna cheat on you, do all this stuff. And just because you marry somebody is not gonna make them change their ways or what they've been doing. It might get worse. So if a person tells
Exactly.
you no, that's not a deal breaker for the relationship to end. It shouldn't be, because that person's just saying no. I mean, I want to do it, but just not right now. Just wait till I'm ready. And then if they never get ready, then you move on. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can't
and
force
that's
somebody
true.
to do
You can't
anything.
wait forever for somebody to figure out what they're
Right.
doing.
Right. Yeah, Orlando. I mean, I'm saying, this is like if you say you and Shelly was together a long time ago, y'all get back together, y'all both in different places, and then y'all have a great relationship, and then you propose, and she be like, no, but that could mean I want to be with you. I just don't want to be married because I like things the way they are right now. You know what I'm saying? So that shouldn't be, to me, that shouldn't be a deal breaker.
And some people are better off some people are better off not married. You ever notice like sometimes
Exactly.
you're just like with somebody and you're like a couple and you're good just that way. And the second you marry them, it's like whew, everything goes out the door. You now
Mm-hmm.
become like the wife and now he's like the husband. And then all the fun that you used to have just flies out the window and you kind of figure out how it went south.
I had a friend tell me one time, I don't date just to be dating. I'm dating, in the hope of finding my significant other or whatever. Well, just because that's what
Right.
you want. Well, let me change that, because if you meet somebody and both of y'all want the same thing, that's different. But still, y'all might not be the one for each other. You know what I'm saying? We could want the same
Mhm.
exact thing, but our personalities don't match. We just don't click. All types of stuff can go on. So, I mean, and it's fine to want that. If that's what you want, you should go for what you want. If you know in your heart you want to be married to somebody, you want this, just make sure, or as sure as you can, that you're choosing the right person. And just because the person wants the same thing that you want doesn't mean that that is the person for you. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody else, or they may or may not be the person for you. Is what I'm
Well,
saying. So
sometimes you got to go through, they say sometimes one's not the one, two is not the one, and three is the charm. So
that's a
sometimes
lot too.
you just got to go through some stuff, honey, to figure out but then, they say like God will allow you to go through certain things to take you to what you're supposed to be getting. So it just depends on how you look at stuff, I think.
Yeah, that's true too. Orlando said, I was shocked how many guys said it's over. That was their ego or told wait a minute, and or they told too many people. Yeah, that could be, because especially if you propose to somebody in front of a group of people. That's gotta be the most embarrassing
Embarrassing
thing
thing in the
ever.
world.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you're like
You
standing there thinking of what the hell do you say?
no, it's like you invited all these people for it was supposed to be this happy moment, and then they say no. Like
That would be like
years
someone meeting you at
ago,
the altar.
me and one of my homies went out to eat. Where did we go? It was somewhere, some fancy restaurant or whatever. But we went, and the girl had, all the cake and all this stuff. And she proposed to the dude, and she had her family there, some of his friends or whatever. And he told her no in the restaurant. When I tell you that girl just started bawling and crying, because first of all, I mean, we live in a different time, but I'm not proposing to a man. I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that
I
one.
mean, hey, Mahogany, some things to me should stay traditional. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
like that one thing. And when he said no, he was like, and he didn't want it. You could clearly see that he was like, when he realized what was going on, he was like trying to stop her before she did it because he didn't want to embarrass her. But girl, when I tell you that girl was bawling her eyes out, she was so embarrassed, she was crushed.
I did that to a guy at a show. I remember,
What?
and I think I broke his heart too. I used to love me some him. This dude that I used to kick it with way back in the day, I used to sing with him, and he did a show. He used to play saxophone. I mean, awesome on a goddamn saxophone. But I was head over heels over this Indian dude at the time. And the Indian guy showed up to the show, and the dude was playing the horn that night, and I was performing. And he gets on the stage, and he was like, "I really had something to tell you. I'm bringing you up." And I'm going, and my mom, we're all looking like, "No, he's not getting ready to do this." And he was just like, "I've loved you for so long." I felt so bad telling him no, because it was like it really broke my heart. But I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at this dude that I'm really digging, and I'm going, "This man's gonna think that I was doing something with this dude." It was just crazy, but I felt so bad. Like, I really felt bad about that one. He was good
Mahogany
looking.
said, yeah, she's not proposing to no man.
No.
Hey, Callie. Callie said, because you become complacent with them and how they treat you and with what you allow. So they're going to keep riding that track until you derail it. Yeah, that's what we said earlier, Callie. For real. People treat you how you let them treat you. But
Yeah.
now somebody proposed to me and I say, yeah, but like a week later, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
It's only a week, Bond. I think I can probably think of who that probably was. Look,
But,
it's only a week.
no, I was
Well, you
younger.
sit and think about it. You know,
Huh?
I always pondered that. Like, you know how they say, like, when you get married, there shouldn't be like this doubt that you have. I think, like, I was always thinking, like, "Ooh, is this the right decision?" You know what I mean? Instead of being like all in, it was always this one little piece of me that was kind of going like on my shoulder, going, "You sure? You sure? You sure that's what you should be doing?"
You got to ask yourself that many times. You know,
Yes. Like, if I think, like, when you have to ask yourself that, you probably should listen to that little voice on the shoulder that's saying, "Hey, get it together here." But then, life happens.
well, I knew that it wasn't going to work, and I've always been the one. And I've been married before, but I always said when I was a lot younger, and I always said when I get married, I'm staying married. I don't want to get married and have to go through the, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't work like that all the
Right.
time. But I've always said if I'm going to make that commitment to somebody, I want to be sure because now I was married. I liked being married. I didn't like who I was married to. You know what I'm saying? So it
Right.
taught me a lot during that time, of what to expect and what not to expect, even though everybody is different. Some things you're just not going to tolerate and put up with in a marriage or regular relationship, whatever the case may be. And it taught me early on what I would accept and what I wouldn't accept. So that's why I've been like super, super cautious. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain
Right.
things, like, nah, bro, I'm good. Okay, let me see. Hi, Merck. Merck said, I had a friend who knew one of them was, I had a friend who knew one of them when she was whatever old, he left it out, and she was having sex with some guys. I've destroyed a lot of young people and made them like animals having fun in an animal way. Do you think what you're doing is good or is it a big mistake? I don't know. I guess it's how you feel when you're doing what you're doing. If you feel real messed up about it after you do it, then
Then you know
you
it's
know
wrong.
it's wrong, and you're hurting somebody. I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I would say it should be a lesson learned on what you don't or don't want to do to somebody or have somebody do to you. He said, V, is there a reason why you believe that men should be the one to propose other than the unwillingness to shoulder the risk of rejection? I just said, like I said, I just think some things should remain in a traditional way. You know what I'm saying? Like a man, it's like a man is meant to hunt. He's meant to chase the woman. The woman should never chase the man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he's that into you and he cares about you that much, he would make the time and the effort and the sacrifice to propose to you. That's just me. People do it all the time. Women propose to men all the time. I'm just saying I won't do it. I wouldn't propose to a man because I think that's something he should do. Because and first and foremost, first of all, that's something a woman always looks forward to, whether she says she want to get married or
Yeah.
not. That's just something that every woman wants somebody to ask her at least once in her life. You know what I'm saying? So when you asking the man, that's taking away all of that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just my personal belief, Abba. You don't have to agree with it. Nobody does. That's just me. I wouldn't do it.
So Abba, just a question for Abba. Do you feel like it's okay do you think, would you be okay with a woman proposing to you? Maybe that's the question.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. You was like, psych. No, like, psych. I just thought about it. Like, no, negative. I can't do it. Mark said, I don't like to talk about things like that, but I see it a lot, unfortunately. And how annoying. Consider all the old ladies like my mom, how to do that. It's a real shock. Well, we live and we learn, and again, it's like what you allow yourself to put up with or from somebody or accept from somebody. If somebody's doing something to you and you don't like it, you nip it in the bud from the beginning, and you can't do any more to a person than or vice versa that but you got some people that let people treat them any kind of way just for the sake of being with that person. You know what I mean? Just because they don't want to lose them. They don't care how they treat them, how they disrespect them or nothing. They just happy to have that man or that woman.
Happy to have them.
They don't want to be without them. That's unhealthy. That's toxic. Hey, Nicole. Nicole said, yeah, I could never propose to a man. I just couldn't, Nicole. I couldn't do it.
It would seem kind of odd to be like, would you marry me? And then you're thinking like, wouldn't you be always thinking like, was he ever going to ask me? Like, I think I would be the chick going, I wonder if he would have ever asked me had I not asked him. You know what I mean? Like, that would probably drive me bonkers. No.
You remember the episode of Love and Hip Hop when old girl proposed to Jim Jones, and he was like, he said yeah, but the look on his face, you know what I'm saying? Like
he was kind of like, why would you do this?
They still ain't even married. That was like 10 years ago, something like that. But yeah, I just think that's a man's place to do that. She said, yes, that will always go through my mind. Hey, William. William said, Orlando, nice to see them doing good. Stay blessed and be the best life to you. Bye.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, no, he'll tell us whatever it is.
Yeah, we don't know what that means, that one.
Good. Stay blessed and the best of life to you. Oh, okay. Nicole said, yes, now he wants to get married and Chrissy doesn't. Right. When she wanted to do it, he wasn't ready. Now he wants to marry her. And she like, nah, I'm good. And then he still want to live. It's like he wants to be married to her, but he still wants to live his single life. You know what I mean? And she not having it. She not that chick. She like,
isn't that like most men? I mean, it's nothing that's different from now. I mean, most people, like they get a certain age, they need to be married, they get married, but they still want to run the outside. It's very, very few, a handful of relationships that people are just truly committed to their relationship. It's just not a lot that it doesn't happen like it used to.
But they've been together. They've been going together now close to like 20 years. I feel like if you with somebody that long, why get married? That just don't make sense to me. And then those be the people that when they do get married, it don't last. You know what I'm saying? You have these
because
people.
now the rules change. Because some people, I'm telling you, some people change up when you marry them. It's like it be one way, and then the second you be like I do, it's like ownership begins. Like I own you now. You
I
now
do.
belong to me.
Chrissy said,
And,
the person he wants to take it, eat it too. Girl, that's most men, honey. Orlando said, I wouldn't want a woman to propose to me. I would need to evaluate why she felt she had to ask me. Shall exceptions apply? Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying too. Like, do you feel like he's never, if a woman asks, I feel like she feels like he's never going to
he's
ask
never
her.
gonna ask her.
So
Yeah,
she
in your
gotta make
mind, you
that
going, he's not
move.
gonna ask me.
Nah, I'll wait you out.
But spontaneity and imagination.
And if you take it too long, if that's something I want, I'll be like, okay, I see this ain't going nowhere. All right, or whatever. If that's what I really, really want. But again, just because you get married is not going to make the relationship last. You know what I'm saying? So I just wouldn't want all the headache to come with marrying somebody and then having to go through divorce. Then you got to do this. Then you got to do that. If you got little kids, then you got problems. It's just too much of a headache.
And it is a headache. Trust me when I tell you.
Hey, Howard.
I speak from a whole perspective on that one.
Howard said, look like to me, it looks desperate if a man can't ask for someone's hand in marriage. Somebody's not ready. That's exactly what I say, Howard. I think makeup, sexy clothes, and women, they're causing young seduction, I guess is what he's trying to say, and make them make mistakes and commit animal desires. Why doesn't a woman keep her virginity and cover herself up? Why don't you be nice house without doing terrible things? Well, honey,
Mark, what is really going on?
That's how life and growing up.
I know. I mean, some things just have to happen, Mark. He said animal. He said animal desires. Mark, what you over there thinking, baby?
Animal instincts and desires, but
I know he took it to a whole nother notch of a level.
William said, "Trade me." Nicole said, if a woman asks, I think you give him the impression that you would jump through hoops for him. Right. Kind of, sort of, yeah. Nicole, like, and then I heard men say, because I had a couple guy friends with girls propose to them, and they thought it was funny going back to their homeboys telling like, man, you know what she did? Like, you know what I'm saying?
She
like
proposed to me.
Yeah, and it's like, that was like, damn, like, it's like, I think they lose kind of a little bit of respect because they feel like you thirsty or you desperate. You know what I mean?
Right. And they might just say, I do, because they figure, hell, I got her now.
Yeah, but that's how it seemed when they were talking about it. Orlando said, so, V, are you saying you won't get married again because of the possibility of divorce? Oh, no. I ain't saying that at all. Not at all. Stuff happens, Orlando. If it's going to work, it's going to work. And at this point in my life, listen, if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. Because I'm not staying with anybody and be miserable. I'm not doing that. Or unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Like, staying with a person just for the sake of staying with somebody. And then, a lot of people stay together because they don't want people running their mouth or talking about it. Like, oh, I thought there was this, or they blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff. If I don't want to be somewhere, I'm not going to be there. That's just me.
Right. William, I think.
William said, no excuse, right from wrong. Right. Absolutely. Howard said he want a church girl.
That don't make no difference, Howard.
You find some of the worst ones in church, Howard.
Some of the worst ones in church.
Kiddo said, that is because if you research the marriage contract and license, it is ownership rooted in satanic ritual and vows. Easy to get in and hard to get out. Accepted punishment. That depends on the people, kiddo. Because if you have certain people, like when I was married, I just left. I ain't want nothing. I was just ready to go. I left. Look, whatever you do with it, deuces, bro. You can have it. I'm good, because as long as I live with my sanity, my health, And my life, I'm straight. I can do whatever and get whatever else I need to survive. I don't have
Right.
to be wanting to be going back and forth, fighting over this property, fighting over that, and all that kind of stuff. I'm good. I'm not doing that. You can have it. Tell whoever you get next, I hope she enjoy it. Whatever, because I'm gone. I ain't got time.
I'm out.
Yeah. Well, Sam, where you been,
Hey
man?
Sam, where you been, baby? They must have took your phone.
Hey, Neil. Yeah, Nicole said yes, thirsty and desperate, and will allow him to get away with anything and accept any kind of treatment from him. Yeah, but they can get that too, Nicole, whether they propose or if he propose. That goes all the way around the board.
Yeah, this depends on like Vonda will always say, if you nip it in the bud in the beginning, it don't keep happening. But if you just have people just running out here doing all kinds of extra stuff and you allow certain foolery, thinking that it is going to change, it's probably the person that you're really going to get in the long run.
That's
So I've
right.
learned.
Kiddo said people didn't create the ritual. You can make the best of almost anything. White man's permission. Well, you can look at it that way too. Sam, they did bought another one. Oh, okay, gotcha.
It was wondering where you was, baby.
I know we was asking. Nicole said, "Set the standard and stick to it." Absolutely. Oh Lord, I think the woman she needs to meet her physical desire, and that's the natural nature, and so are men. But why doesn't it happen in a respectful way and from a nice, interconnected family? Why some women are available to everyone, have no support, or just fun in both the flames and the bear of why? That's her own personal choice. Whatever she decides to do, that's her body. If she want to throw it out there like Skittles, that's on her. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Mark, who you talking about, honey? Because I think this is personal.
That's what it sounds like.
It's telling you something very personal that's going on in your circle. So who are you trying to tell or say something to?
And not only that, he needs to be direct or whoever he's talking about. If you feel a certain way, just like whoever you're talking about, they have the option to walk away. You don't have to stay and put up with it. If you're putting up with it, they're doing it because you're allowing them to do that to you. Or vice versa, if you're the one that's doing it, whatever the case may be. William said, just do your job. No, if you want out, that's that. Leave everything, just go. You can get more material things. That's right.
Exactly, William. I totally agree with that one.
Hey, Tyreek. Right. It is true. It makes sense. People think, just because somebody marries you, that's just going to make everything peaches and cream. No, it does not.
It doesn't.
It does not. Hey, Renee. Right, Sam. We said that people go as far as you let them go. Nicole said, taste the rainbow. William said, leave. Orlando said, I wouldn't think she would jump through hoops. I think you should fill out a person before you ask, just in general conversation. Yeah, and if you pay attention, they'll tell a lot. You don't have to go digging or nothing. You just pay attention to the conversation.
It's gonna pop out.
If you pay attention, you'll discover a whole lot of things. You just gotta listen.
Just look and listen.
Look, listen, and learn. That's what you got to do. Because people reveal themselves little by little.
Very quick, and they do it. And nowadays they do it so quick that you can kind of catch it in the beginning.
Well, I'm trying
you don't really got to sit back too long. Yeah, you can. Nowadays, people, they jump out, baby.
Merck, Sam said, be direct because she's watching.
That's obviously.
I have no problem with being direct. Anybody who knows me knows that. That conversation gives you insight to a person. Yes, look, listen, and learn. That's right. You have to. Hey, Miss Atlanta Live, where you been? But yeah, you gotta pay attention. But back to the exes coming up, thinking they could just intrude on your life and everything. Yeah. Again, that goes back to you allowing the person. And then if you keep allowing them, it's because you want to see them anyway. But you're gonna always be like this certain person. It's like they won't put you at another level because you keep allowing them to keep you right where
To
they
keep
are.
coming back in your life, yeah, to keep coming back in the life of yours. Sometimes you just got
Yeah.
to draw the line and say no, though, because you can kind of tell. I mean,
Mhm.
some like Vaughn said, sometimes the sex is fab, and you want to just dive right in, but then you got to really ask yourself, what is this person really here for?
Right. Like, what's your motive? If there is
Like,
a
what?
motive.
Yeah, what's your angle you come in with this time?
Yeah, Sam said the truth will always reveal itself. And I said, V, we already know you don't have a problem being direct. Nope. Sure don't.
Mm-mm-mm. Zero filter.
I have a filter, y'all. Mr. Atlantis, we're talking about exes, like what makes an ex person or a person that not just exes, but a person that you've dealt with in the past, what makes them think that they can run in and out of your life as they choose and see fit, no matter how much time has passed or whatever the case may be. They don't know if you got something going on, a whole new relationship or whatever, but whenever they call you, they expect you to drop what you're doing just because they decided they want to spend some time with you, and it don't work
Right.
like that. William says women don't stay engaged for 20 years. The guy don't really want you. Stop being a fool. Well, I wouldn't say he don't really want her. He just may not. He might be afraid of commitment. But if you with somebody for 20 years, that's some type of commitment. But you don't have that contract in place to make you do certain things. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
want
You
him
can
to be
still leave.
there. Yeah, you want him or her to be there, but you want all the duties that come with being a husband and being a wife, even though they haven't given you that title. You know what I'm saying? It's like why buy the cow when you getting the milk for free? You know what I'm saying? So if
Exactly.
you stick around for that long and do all this, that, and the other, and you have people who have been with people for many, 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 many years and decide I'm down the line, and they could still be together. Say, I would never marry this MF ever, but they still together. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, because
And
whatever
they
they
still
have.
together.
Right, but because whatever they have in one aspect works for them, but all the other stuff they can keep it over there to the left. Now nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. You can't say that a person not want somebody because it's something there that's keeping them connected for whatever the case may be.
But
Even
then
if it's toxic, even if it's toxic.
there's those people that stay married forever and live totally different lives in the same house. And they
Yep.
never, ever, ever want to get divorced. They just figure they're together because the paper's already there. And they have come to the conclusion that neither one of them want to marry again. And they live just like that. They
Yep.
date, they do whatever they want to do. They live their lives, but they just don't want to divorce for whatever reason. I've seen a lot of people do that actually.
Yeah, I know somebody like that right now. And they have the best relationship that they're now that they're apart.
Yeah.
Um, he said, I think the dignity of man and his honor and pride, the most expensive thing he owns, is never overrated. Yes, we go through circumstances, but we don't let them beat us and make them lose our dignity and honor because of it. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You know, it's like, again, it's all in what you want for yourself. You should never let somebody make you feel. And then, we're all human and we all have feelings. And some people can make you feel really bad about the things they do and how they treat you or how you allow them to treat you. And you will beat yourself up because you be like, why am I putting up with this? Or why am I dealing with this? Then you have to sit and reevaluate yourself and ask yourself why you're dealing with that, especially when you know or you know that you deserve something better. Or it could be
Right.
bad karma. We don't know. Renee said, no revisiting old problems. I know that's right. As I say, leave them back there for a
Yeah.
reason. Nicole said, everything requires evaluation. Wait a minute. I am too old to waste my time. I'm trying to tell you. Sam said, I stay cordial, but I don't mind slamming doors, physical and emotional. And you should.
And you should. You should be able to say no.
Mr. Atlanta Live said, oh, hell no. Howard, so if you keep letting someone keep coming back, does that not mean you want to be connected in some way? It could have just been that good, and both of y'all, somebody with the feeling somewhere along the way, and be like, you know what? Let me
From a
just try.
sexual point of view, right? Just
Yeah,
from a sexual point of view, you might not want nothing else from that dude but the sex, and that's it.
and they may be like, well, let me just try and see. Shit, either they're gonna let me come through or they ain't, and that's how most people
Mm-hmm.
think. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mr. Atlanta Live said, what's the benefit for men to get married? It depends on what she's bringing to the table from the beginning, or whatever the case may be. Like, he may like that whatever she's doing for herself, he may see her independence and like it and be like, dang, if I'm with her, we connect and get married, we could really have something. Or it could be a person you want to have kids with. I mean, it's like a multitude of things. It's not just one thing. And that goes both ways, Mr. Atlanta Live. What's the benefit of her marrying him? You know what I'm saying? It can go
Right.
either way. It just depends on the person and what they want. Nicole said, I was about to say the same thing. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Orlando, sometimes they realize how they messed up and want to do it or want a do-over. That's true, Orlando. Their previous relationships
Agreed.
could make them realize how good they had it when y'all were together. That's just like your mama always told you, you don't miss your water till your well runs dry. And the
Mm-hmm.
grass ain't always greener on the other
Greener on
side.
the other side. That's what you
You
hear
go
all
back
the
to the
time.
grass green, you go over there and you lift up the covers and it's some dead
It's
grass.
some dead grass, honey. Be something you did not want.
Dead grass and root. Howard said, done is done unless you're trying to hang on to something, or you love the sex or the torment of it all. It could be all of the above, Howard.
Yes,
That's
some people love toxic. Some people like toxic energy. Something about them gives them a rush.
it's the thrill. It's the thrill. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Um, Kiddo said, do not be misled. If they ain't doing before, they ain't gonna do afterwards. Yeah, they can't leave. Yeah, they can't leave. Entrapment
Entrapment
by law.
by law. You're a whole fool.
Oh God. It says that in the Native American culture, marriage is done by ceremony and entered into with the understanding of forever, afterlife included. Careful whom you share your essence with. That is so true.
True.
I,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you said something just then, Sam. I'm telling you. Howard said, I'm coming through if she going to let me. Of course. Most people do and will. William said, if you're done, it would be like, wait a minute, y'all can't see my eyes just got unfocused. Hold on. If you are done, it would be like you dealt, it would be like death. You are out of my life, no problem. Goodbye. That's sad or shows low self-esteem to go backwards. Ain't nothing that good to go back to hell and die and go to hell being with the dirty devil. Dang.
I don't know now, William. Sometimes it is so good you just want to touch it one more time.
Yeah, you ever heard that old saying, it hurts so good?
Yeah, that's exactly the word. It hurts so
It
good that
hurts
you just
so
was like, I
good.
just one more time.
Well, it's
Take
like
one for the team.
look, candy bad for your teeth, but you gotta have it sometimes.
But
It's
you
the
still be
same
biting it.
thing. Yeah. Kiddo said, our judge
Yeah.
literally asked her what all you want. And I said, take it all. That's because you was ready to be done. That's what I'm saying. That's nothing
Yeah,
but those
when it's in your mind, when it's over, you will give some shit away. You be like, take that, I don't care. Just I want you gone.
but those are material things. Those things can be replaced. You can't, like I said, you can't replace your life. Because some people be in life or death situations with people, and you gonna be fussing over something material and then lose your life instead of just leaving with your life and starting over. That just don't make sense to me. That's like a no-brainer. But people do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. People's problem is they get attached to things. There should be
Right.
nothing material that you can't let go. You know what I mean? If it comes to your life, your kids, or something that's like really, really crucial in your life, nothing material should make you stay in a bad situation. You know what I mean? I
Shouldn't. It shouldn't,
Right.
but it
I said
does.
shouldn't, but it does. It does.
All the time, it does.
Yeah. Kiddo said in biblical times in the Middle East, now you cross the threshold overnight, you are married or better be. Okay. I'm a little confused on that, the way you said it, kiddo.
Yeah, kiddo,
Uh,
you lost
Howard said sometimes you just can't help but have one more taste. Yeah.
That's exactly what we said. That one time, even if you plan yourself, you'll be like, oh, damn, this is good, though.
You're like, I know I should,
I knew I
and
shouldn't have
then
did
after
it,
you
but
go
I did
through
it
it,
anyway.
and then after you go, you beat yourself up like I knew I shouldn't have done that. I just knew, and you go through that thing. Sam said, singing, it's the thin line. Between love and thin line. It
So
sure is.
true.
Hi, Jeffrey. But yeah, it is.
Hey, Jeffrey.
We allow people to come back because some part of you missed something about that person. Like we said, whether it be the sexual part, the conversation, it's something that makes you
Something that maybe you
want to deal with
laughed
that person.
hysterically with that person and you already know it's going to be a fun time when you're with them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. William said, take everything. Goodbye. Said, stay all night at someone's. Oh, he was saying in those times, if you stay all night, you married. Period.
Oh, yeah. Stay for an hour, you're married.
Yeah, yeah. Lord.
Stop it.
There's a woman whose husband died. He left her children, and she no longer had the money until she supported them and her son's illness, and no one helped. She went to a rich man and asked for help, but he refused to help her except on condition or to meet his request to help her and not to help her or not to help her. She went, but she got back because she needed the money. And when he was in bed to have sex with her, she put in her hand the burning coal so she wouldn't have fun because she knew, oh Lord, honey, that's torture, honey. Hey, Shereen. Hi, Shelley. What you
I wish you tonight.
Hey, Lisa. She said sometimes it's not just material things. Sometimes it's basic needs, a roof, food, etc. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I get so bad because you're so stupid.
Whoa, what, girl? Listen,
You
all
got me
right.
on the choke.
Stuff as it is. No, no, we're not in
Oh my
church.
gosh.
No, we're not in church. Everybody turning their the Bible, but no, we're not in
Oh,
church. We're not saying, but no, like,
I'm sorry, y'all. Bond is a whole fool. Y'all don't even understand. He was like,
look,
oh Lord.
yeah, I understand. He's so silly.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Williams, get your own. Get your own. Get your own. Yep.
Mhm.
That's the best thing to do, William. Get your own stuff. And then, that's why I always tell women, please be as independent as you can because you don't want to be in a situation to where you have to stay somewhere because you can't do any better for yourself because you let this person solely take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
when he does everything and then he decides he don't want you no more and you don't know how to do nothing at all.
Yeah, you're crippled. Don't do that.
Yeah, but you'll be surprised how many do. It's a lot of women, especially a whole lot of older women, but I
Yeah.
always have some type of independence. You don't want to be just solely dependent on somebody.
Nobody at
Period.
all.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
Hey, Aunt.
Yeah, but I just say about the person coming back to each his own. If that's what you feel like doing and you want to put yourself through certain things, that's on you. But like Shelly said, again, certain people, it don't matter how much time has passed between y'all. Whenever they show up, You're about to have a blast. You're gonna have one of the best times ever. You may not see that person for a long, long time, but that's it. And you may end up sleeping with them or whatever. But that's just something that y'all do, that y'all agree to. Because you have people say like college friends that they were all couples in college, and then they've all grown and created these lives, and then they all meet somewhere once a year, or they decide, I don't care if I'm married to somebody or whatever, me and you gonna always do this.
Have this bond.
You know what I'm saying? People do that. They really do. They still have plans like, we had this going on, we ain't gonna never end this. I don't care if you got a husband, I had kids, I don't care what you doing, whatever. And this happens all the time.
We come in.
Orlando said, we love you too, Omar. He said, excuse me, everybody. Shell, I love that laugh. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Oh, thank you. It's an original.
Oh, Lord, y'all. But yeah, it is what it is. So y'all know what I always say. If y'all like it, I love it. That's right, Lisa. All day, every day. Yep. I agree.
The motto.
They sure do all the time. And I be like, that's just like you have childhood friends. When y'all grow up, y'all make it a point to go somewhere every year, whether it be a football game, the girls go to Vegas, or whatever the case may be. And you're going to do your thing or whatever. People do that. They just do it. Renee said, yes, some people do just to have that bond. Yeah. What said, I see so many young guys, their women get mad and say, get out. I tell them, get your own. Dogs do that. If they have morals, they won't do it. Well, that's a slippery slope.
I know,
I forgot about morals. Samson, my peace of mind is valuable. I can love you from a distance, and I don't mind doing just that. I just said the same thing about 10 times the other day, Sam, to somebody. Like my grandma used to say, feed them with a long handle spoon. My brother say, feed them with a shovel. Step back as far as you can. Sometimes
that's far away from me.
Now, sometimes that's what you have to do. Cowards have been there, done that. Them hickory girls. Now you ain't gonna keep coming for us, hickory girls, Howard.
I know, right? You giving him a bad little name here.
Well, back in the day, he couldn't stay away from up here. None of them little no dudes. Let's see. We said give someone else a chance. Kiddo said that's called adultery and cheating, V. Of course. We never said it wasn't. I just said what people do, kiddo. You always want to prove somebody. We all know this.
Don't everybody commit adultery, kiddo, at some point in their little lives?
Yeah, it's just something people do, and it's been going on since the beginning of time, so I don't know what make people think it's going to stop now. Plain and simple. People do what they want to do. This is like if you want to spend all this time with a person, they always busy. People make time for what they want to make time for, whether it's you, an event, or just some time for themselves or whatever. People make time for what they want to make time for, and you should never ever beg somebody for their time, because guess what? If they really want to spend that time with you, they would make an effort and make sure that they spend time with you.
I agree with that.
You getting what, kiddo?
Oh, that's so
but
good.
Yeah, you can't make anybody want you. That's for certain. So, like I said, it is what it is. But, I just say enjoy your life. If that's what you want to do, you want to backslide, backtrack, whatever you want to call it, that's on you. And like Shelly said, sometimes it could be that outlet you need because you're going to have a good time with this person.
Yep. I'm going to have fun.
And they may catch you at that time when that's just what you need. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, I ain't doing that. I ain't backtracking. I ain't doing this. But yeah. Felicia said, my word, thought, indeed. Yes. Right. Cheat. Yeah. Oh, you didn't cheat at all. Oh, well, that was good if you didn't cheat.
Kiddo, you didn't cheat?
Why you say that with a surprise? Oh, y'all, it's so cold in my house. I'm about to freeze. I've been sitting here thugging it out. I'm like,
Well,
it's so cold.
maybe you didn't.
William said, I have been around the world, seen a lot. They might have to get something abroad. They do treat you like a king. Adultery is wrong. And if it happens, I'm your best vapor.
It is. I mean, y'all be good in your marriages.
Yeah, I feel like, some people just cheaters. I don't care how many people they married to, but I feel like if you know you are a cheater, don't marry somebody and pull them into that mess.
And break their little heart.
Hey, Tanisha. Not only that, you pulling somebody in and you playing with somebody's feelings and somebody's emotions. And when you get to play with people's heart and pulling at the heartstrings and playing with love, people will take you away from here for that. So if you know you're going to be like some dudes cheat. Some people cheat on their the night before they get married. You know what I'm saying? Like
the last bit, right?
Made a commitment to this lady to be her husband or whatever. You shouldn't be doing that. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see this right quick before I go.
Smile.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I just said. You know, people will kill you over that when you get to playing with their emotions and stuff. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I'm telling you, somebody that happened to somebody very, very close to me just the other day was a year known. So you can't just, out of jealousy because she didn't want to be with him no more. He took her away from here. So you can't play with people like that.
People's emotions. You do not, because hey, that's a hard thing to swallow.
He said, Howard said, hey, ladies, I love your podcast. Got to go to the Democratic Convention. Oh, yeah, that is right. It's got to be here for Michelle. Oh, Shelly, lady, you are that baby doll. You too, Ravonda. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one, Howard.
Tell the girls I said hello. And I love them. But yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, y'all, like I always say, we overtime, but we still early. The way we be over. Please, 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 y'all. Vote, 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 vote. That's all I'm going to say. We got to get out and we got to vote. This man is snatching up mailboxes up in New York. They had padlocks on mailboxes because he's so afraid he's going to lose the election. That's just crazy. And that's taxpayer money he's doing that way. And he's not supporting or giving funding to the post office so that votes can't be counted. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. So y'all get out here and vote. I'm telling you, this is crucial. There's another 4 years screwed. But anyway, I just want y'all to go vote. That's all I said that to say that. Sam said, me personally, I'm not comfortable inside 4 walls where another man has left his stamp. Those other walls, once I stamp them, it's permanent. Okay, Sam.
Okay. All right, Sam.
Wow.
We'll keep reading all night if these things keep coming up all night, but we're going to learn how to get off this live at 9 o'clock.
I know. We just love talking to y'all.
Because I'd be so sleepy at about 9.
Yeah, she like a baby. She got to get her bottle and everything. Just go to sleep.
I'm telling you, see my head and all kinds of stuff. And
Look, I said she eat about 5 cans of Pringles. She's worth she ain't buying no more.
Whoppers.
You know you ain't supposed to have that.
I know, and I felt that brush go.
Hard-headed. Well, anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Naughty Nights 22. We love you guys, and we will see you all on Wednesday. So vote, vote, vote. We love y'all, and good night. Peace out.
I gotta get the music first, Vaughn. You know it's very small. One.
Shed alive and be loved bird.
Shed alive and be loved bird. Y'all have a good one. Like, good share, night, and subscribe. We're gonna say that to her blue in the face. Loving life, loving what we do. Mwah.
Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Shed it live. Me don't want no fake love, and be loved. Have you ever Never met a sister with her shit together. Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Shelly live and be lovebird. Shelly live and be lovebird. Shelly live and be lovebird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shelly live and be lovebird. Shelly live and be lovebird. Shelly live and be lovebird.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Wait.